What's going on, good people? How y'all doing? We are about to hopefully see something historic. I don't know how good it's going to actually be. Uh, I don't know what we're really going to be able to expect, but we will see how these teams launch. We will see how the liveries look. We'll try to peep in time to time. So, um, big shout out to Mary Beanie. I think she was first in the live chat. If not Mary G. Jason, but in the Wolfpack fam, Mary Beanie was first in the live chat. I see we got Galactus in the house, of course. Who else we got in the house? Race X210, Bajan, and Mary, of course. Then so we're gonna see what happens. We'll bring in things time to time. I am hoping this is gonna be a nice spectacle. Hopefully, that will definitely be the case for sure. It looks, like they're going to have all 10 team colors um, pronounced across the intro of this, along with the 10 teams and the logos. So that's looking good. I ain't going to lie, the stage looks great. Now, also, I don't know how long I'm going to actually be on here. So we'll see how long that is. But the stage does look good. Um, yeah, bro, I had kind of debated if I was even going to be imaged up, but we'll see how we make this happen. Good to see y'all too. Still a nice little road to where I want to be. But we're gonna get a little rock music here first, which I do like. I do like rock, honestly. I'll tell you that I do like rock. I am a rock music fan. Certain rock music, certain groups. I couldn't name a bunch of groups. Limp Bizkit, Superman, Three Doors Down, of course, things like that. This band seems all right. I would hope that they would have maybe a mixture of genre of music, seeming as a good amount of the drivers listen to a lot of different music preparing for races. So that would be kind of cool to see that happen. But oh damn, I like that. I like he threw in a little rap right there. I'm liking that. That's cool. Throwing in some rap right there. I'm not mad at that. That's cool. I like it. Good band. So at least the opening act to the actual livery launch, it seems to be a good act. I like that for sure. And he seems diverse in his musical ability, which is not a music review or watch, but it's good that if you do have a band opening up for you, that it seems like a good band, regardless if anybody's heard of him or not. And he does seem like a good band. So I do think that this is going on a bit long. I think maybe after the whole car bit, he should have ended it. I don't know if they're gonna get into an entire I think big shout out to Mimi. I see you popped in. What's going on, Mimi? Um I'm hoping that I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like honestly, physically, I don't know if I could make it through an hour and a half of this. So I'm hoping that this won't be an hour and a half filled with a bunch of musical spectacle because I don't even like musicals, honestly. I don't like musicals. Movies, kind of out on that. So I'm hoping that that's not going to be the case because if that is the case, I won't make it through this. I'm just going to be honest with you. Like I'll try to do as much laying down and preparation to try to make at least maybe a good 30, 40 minutes. And I think that's the ideal time. Uh, cameras and where are the cars? I'm with you, Mimi. Um, I think 40 minutes is optimal, surely, for a car livery launch. 10 teams, and I'm all good for a little bit of fat in the beginning, a little bit in the middle. Like if they did something like, okay, let's bring out, because right now we're what are we? We're 5 minutes in and we're still in a musical. Just ending 5 minutes in, we're just in a musical. They're just ending that. Uh, cool, not too bad. Greetings, Mimi. Not too bad. So now we're getting into the introduction of who's going to be, I get our host likely for the evening. So got our host for the evening now. Cool. All right. So we're going to now get into, I think, what we're really looking for. Anybody that's in the house here is likely absolutely loving it, hopefully. So I hope these cars don't look the same. I think we all can safely assume Red Bull not going to do anything great. Their uniforms, as we saw their uniforms by Max and Liam Lawson, and actually there was Max there, and we saw their uniforms, and there was nothing much to them at all. Their liveries don't change much at all. Trying to see how that might happen. That was a pretty good joke about being next to George Russell. Oh, he just put Max and George Russell on spot for like kissing and making up. This host right here could be legit. This is cool. This is pretty cool. I like this host right out the gate. Yo, this host is funny though. You got to get this host like he's funny right now. I don't know how funny he's going to stay. Oh, oh my gosh, Brundle. Yo, giving some major props. You already know 7-time world champion can only be talking about one person, Lewis Hamilton. There is no other except for Schumacher. He's not active in Formula One, so you already know that's that guy. So that's funny, a Fortnite character. Yo, the host is on one. The host is on one right now. First time publicly appearing with Ferrari. Who do y'all think's gonna have the best livery? I'm gonna ask y'all that. Hmm. I'm gonna have to put the teams that we know typically do something awesome with liveries, and those teams are and maybe um we already pretty much, I don't know, we kind of got to throw Williams in there because they do some things. I think we pretty much know that Ferrari, Red Bull, they don't really change it up too much. Aston Martin maybe, but we'll see. I don't. I'm not sure honestly, because like I said before, I might have to bail on y'all for real, for real. James Viles being introduced right here. Like James Viles he's like a brainiac, and I think he can really take Williams far. I think he's an awesome individual that can lead Williams into the future. I'm just hoping that, Atlassian, other sponsors that are out there that have the financial capability to invest into this team, and hoping that this team will be able to gather their resources and really make a difference going forward for their future. Williams could, like I say, return to a very competitive team, possibly. I would like to see it. I think it would be good for the sport. A team that was regarded as a garagistas, whatever Enzo wanted to clown them about, accomplished a lot of great things in Formula One. And they haven't been back there in a while. And of course, we have of course, we got the guy who can't keep his hands to himself or some other things to himself. Karen Horner, he's up there. All right, so right now we're 11 minutes in, and they're going to go through a montage of 75 years of Formula One. Hopefully, this is well. We know certain drivers are going to be for sure mentioned in here without a doubt. You can't mention Formula One history without certain drivers in there. So, and teams. Hopefully, this is no longer than 5 minutes. I would hope that a montage would not be longer than 3 minutes. But we will see. And you definitely can't mention a good portion of Formula One history without Williams, because they were iconic. They're a little bit tarnished right now, but they're working on polishing that silver, getting back to the shiny Williams selves. And without a doubt, two teams that will, I think if you ever think about Formula One history, you would have to think about two teams that have always been rivals back and forth. Even if we go back to Hunt and Niki Lauda, we're talking about Ferrari, we're talking about McLaren. That's for sure your longest. I think that's the longest standing rivalry, because even outside of that at the time, I think you had Prost, Senna. It's just, you're definitely not going to go anywhere without mentioning that, you know. Oh, and that Schumacher win was crazy controversial. Crazy controversial. Plus some of the things that happened, tragic things that happened in Formula One. It's almost kind of eerie to put some of that in there, but it shows the growth of Formula One as far as their research and development, and breaking boundaries and safety devices like the Halo and all of the other developments that have come along with that time, not only just in safety but in technology. Watching Formula One grow since then, and breaking the boundary thing would be especially Lewis Hamilton, but I don't think we see. Lewis Hamilton was groundbreaking, and one time groundbreaking, and fortunately groundbreaking to the point where it has been a historical thing for a black man in Formula One to be tied with the most driving championships in Formula One history. But where are the other groundbreaking drivers to enter Formula One? And I'm not just talking about race, I'm talking about sex. What about women? That's to me the next thing I want to see. I want to see the first woman that has competitively earned and been supported in the sport, because I think that's a big problem with sponsors and financial partners not supporting women to the point where they can get through the series of driving to get to Formula One. We see that in between the men. We see that this has to be Kick Sauber right here. This has to be Kick Sauber. But we see that with the men, that a lot of times the less talented driver is not taken because he's not the better financial supported driver. So we are right now introducing Stake Kick Sauber, currently called. What's a good stake? 75% of you all say McLaren will be the best livery. McLaren does a phenomenal job even throughout the season of changing their livery. Okay, so now I want to know, are we going to get the 10 teams after each other, or are we going to get two teams, some fat in between, two teams fat in between? That is what I want to know right now. But right now we are introducing Kick Sauber. actually just had popped up right here. We'll see what their livery looks like, if it looks like something close to that. They should do like Kendrick Lamar. An event like this should be an event that, um, what the hell did I just see in the live chat? But can a woman handle the needs in F1 in terms of durability and the G impact? Are you crazy? For you to ask that question tells me that maybe you haven't even paid attention to the fact of women fighter pilots in aircraft that pull way more G's than Formula One cars piloting those. Women have been known to have better G-force testing in the G-force machine. Okay, well, I'm answering your question for sure. Yes, women can. If women can handle bringing life into this world in such a physical, impacting way, I think that they can handle that. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. No problem, bro. No problem at all. That, I mean, fair question. If you didn't know, fair question, but for sure. I think, and I will say this, I think that is kind of one of the male chauvinistics, and I'm not calling you a male chauvinist. I'm just saying, I think that's one of the biasness that certain people have in criticizing women, that they can't perform to that level. It's true. Men and women, not all the time, vice versa, can perform to each other's levels in certain things, but that's what makes us great, right? Because that's a team, especially when you get into a union of a relationship. Your woman's way better at doing certain things than you, and you're better at doing certain things to her. But that's more of a personal thing, a personality thing. Yo, that is dope. Yo, that's dope. I ain't gonna lie, that's dope. So yeah, I think for sure women are tough and rugged enough to handle it. Definitely, Darth. Come on, man. Definitely. I will say this: Kick Sauber has a good entry. It's looking pretty nice. Can they finish it out? Let's see what the actual car looks like. There's where we're gonna go. So that was a lot. That was a lot. We haven't even seen the car yet. And right now we're 17 minutes in. This is the first team being announced. Technically, if you do the math, that's well over an hour if we're talking about that. We're getting the drivers out. Drivers are now coming out, which is kind of cool, because I think Kick Sauber is the only team that will completely have a different lineup. Like, Kick Sauber is the only team right now that I think has a complete different lineup. No previous driver from the previous season is right now occupying either seat. So that is interesting. I think every other team has one driver that has been there the season before. Oh man, I think brother's packing the center helmet. That's nice. But yeah, here we go. There's the car. The car does look dope. Car does look dope. I'm gonna give them that. The car looks dope. I don't know what it looks like when the lights come on, because a lot of things change when lights come on. You know what I'm talking about. So we'll see what it looks like when the lights come on. But the car does look dope from right there. And let's just keep it a buck. I don't think anybody's hooping and hollering about seeing what Kick Sauber is going to do this season. I think we're all kind of just like, whatever happens, happens. Hopefully it's better than it was last season, because last season was abysmal. So definitely, I ain't gonna lie, it's hard for me to. So we got Nico. Yo, this is I liked the green, the color, when they came out. But remember what I said when they first announced the color of that loud green? I said I would hope that your performance matches, because if it doesn't, you're just loud for nothing. And then you got Mattia. Mattia is back. That's crazy. Two different drivers. Mattia's back after being cast out by Ferrari. He's back in the mix. So that's, this I maybe have to retract just a little bit. Maybe I have to retract just a little bit about what I said about Kick Sauber. So maybe there are some things to be looking forward to about Kick Sauber. Mattia Binotto is back. Two different drivers, Bortoleto, Nico Hulkenberg. I like how they mixed in the gray. I like how they mixed in the flat gray with the green and the black. I think it gives the car a little bit more pop, looks a little bit more dynamic, not so cheesy, because I think last season it looked cheesy. This season, that livery is fire. That's a fire livery. Now, I think we went long enough. I think it's time to move on from Kick Sauber Steak and let's get on to the next team. I don't think we should be doing any music. I don't think we should be doing a bunch of talking. I think we should bring the next team out and let's see what that car looks like. That is where I am right now with that. This is my MMA fighter that I sponsor. Has is almost close to getting the UFC. I got to send him the Wolfpack logo so he could put it on his shorts. He has a fight. I think on Fight Pass is coming up next week. I think he has a fight on Fight Pass next week. So yes, Wolfpack does sponsor MMA fighters. So got one on deck. We'll see what happens. Now we're getting more talking. So mark the time. It is now 15:21, and we are waiting to see how this thing's gonna go. Excuse me, y'all. Hold on. Ariana Bravo is talking, and of course I like, that's the guy. Cool guy. Met him in person. Barreto is cool guy, so we'll see. And Winter, she's, I don't know. I'm kind of up in the air on her for real. The host is funny, yo. The host is funny. I I don't want to. I don't want to see a lot of this though. I don't want to see a lot of this. I think we get enough of this all season that we don't need this in this event. We're gonna get enough of them talking about the cars, the team, the radio, all of that stuff. I think right now this is something that we don't need. This is a bunch of waste of time. I think like let's get this on. I think maybe at least 5 teams could have went, and maybe you could have bought them out then after 5 teams. Did a little bit of this, 5 more teams, and let's get ready to take this thing out. We're almost at the half-hour mark, and we've only seen one team. Half-hour mark, and we're only seeing one team. Ooh, here goes Williams. Williams is coming up. Let's go. Williams is coming up. Let's get it. All right, here we go. Let's see what Williams looks like. See how their spectacle of an entry is going to be. Williams time. I'm telling you, Williams is my team. I like Williams. They got some things that they can brag on for sure, that they've accomplished, drivers that they've had, personnel that they've had, trials and tribulations, Frank, all of that. Williams has so much that they can mention, that they can bring into their entry. It's not even funny, man. I mean, it's just so much. They got so much that they can talk about. Williams is just that team. You would think most people coming into Formula One, especially if you're just coming into it, if you came into it the last couple of seasons, you would think like Williams, like who the hell are they? No, Williams is somebody. Williams is somebody. That was dangerous. The guy on his feet at the finish line. That definitely is not happening anymore. But see, that's what we want to know. What will Williams be now? Where are they going to go from here? What can they accomplish this season? That is what we want to know. And a lot of us want Williams to accomplish some great things. All right, so the Williams car is already on the jacks. It's already on the floor. That's what I like. Like, bring out what we're all wanting to see. We know Carlos. We know Albon. We know James Files. Bring the car out. The cars are the star. Okay, so Williams didn't change much from what we already kind of saw. Atlassian's on there. We saw that from the shakedown. Carlos. Okay, so we're not getting anything really different than what we've already saw in pictures, and even here in the picture that I have for you. So the Williams car you see here is the Williams car you got right there, except they put some Atlassian A logos on the front wing, and that's it. So James Viles is coming out. It's solid. It was already solid. It was already solid as it is there. So I mean, it's nothing that we haven't seen. So Williams right now, they kind of spoiled it. But that remember this: Williams has been known to change their livery up throughout the season. I credit them for that, as well as McLaren. So this is not the only evolution of the livery that we will see. We know they do something special going into Silverstone. We know they do something. I think they do something for the Singapore. They do at least 2 or 3 different variations of livery in the season. We know they did the golf colors, that powder blue with that orange. They had the UK flag they did that season, which was freaking awesome. So Williams has been known to do some pretty cool things. So this is not the only evolution of their livery that they're going to have. So we'll see what happens. We're going to get the introduction of the drivers, Carlos, Albon, cool. I think we could wrap this up. I hope this doesn't take another 15, 17 minutes. I'm thinking, we'll get this done as soon as possible. We know both these drivers. I've said that I believe Albon is on a, it's kind of funny that I would say this, but I do believe it to be true to a degree. Albon is on a prove it moment right now. This is a prove it season for Albon because it's funny that they showed the floor because they actually show where they want them to stand digitally on the floor, which is pretty cool. But I think they even gave her a direction in which she needed to address first, which was cool. The cues. I think maybe you don't want to show that, but hey, it happens. Everybody knows teleprompters are there. All this other stuff is there. But like I was saying, Alex Albon is on a prove it season. Just as we saw how James Viles handled Logan Sargent's exit, his challenges, he'll do the same for Albon. But this is a moment where we knew Logan Sargent was not the best for the team because we saw Alex Albon do more with the machine. This is going to be the same type of situation for Albon. Carlos will see how much more he can do with the machine than Albon does. If it's considerably more, Williams knows now, just as they knew with Albon and Logan, that their car is now capable of more. So we need to get another capable driver in here to push both cars up, because more than driving championships, a team wants to be higher ranked in the Constructors' Championship. And you only do that by having 2 strong drivers complementing your team with better finishes for more points by the end of the season. As long as Albon is within the room with Carlos, he's going to be good. Last season was not the best season for Albon. Last season wasn't the best season for Williams. A lot of incidents, a lot of money spent on car repairs and bits, to the point where we saw Albon had to drive one car because Logan killed it, and so we'll see what happens. So James Viles not doing so great at the selfie situation, but he's going to try to get the selfie for the social media. So good thing right there. James Viles being cool. All right, so now I'm going to ask you, we're going to do this. Let's do a rating. So rate Williams, the livery. So we'll give you 1, 2, 3, 4 to 7, and then let's just go 8 to 10. Let's give a gap. Let's give a gap. So y'all go ahead and rate the Williams livery. What do you think? Let me know what you think about that. You gonna go 1 to 3, 4 to 7? Where are you with that? Okay, 4 to 7. I think it's mid grade. I think that's like mid grade. Maybe we do that. Low, mid, top. I think we'll do a number basis, but I think that's mid. We got our butt cheeks Valtteri Bottas, which I think they're putting a stipulation. Mercedes, like all the butt cheek portraits have to stop if you're going to be with Mercedes. I don't know if he's going to adhere to that and if that's even actually true. Lando Norris, I think we all have some fair criticisms about Lando. We'll see what the host says right now. Oh, all right. So let's listen to see what he says. Oof, I don't think that was good to say. Oh my gosh, bro. So then there are things that you should have done different. Yo, okay, I'm gonna wait till the interview finishes to say what I want to say. What's up, R33, J Rob? I see y'all. What's up, Uno? I'm gonna have something to say about what Lando just said there, and give you a little bit of insight of what that says about his psyche going into this season. And I think our criticisms of Lando are still going to be accurate as to what we may can expect from Lando. Okay, while he's talking about everything that he did during, his off season and stuff like that, let's talk about this. Lando literally said that there's nothing that he would have done different. Okay. But then he goes in to say all the areas that he could have done better. That means that you do think you could have done something different. The answer that you gave pretty much would tell me Max may mentally own you just as he owned you last season. And that was a big part of the problem. Lando was unable to take the fight to Max in a way that you would have to fight Max. He was unwilling, besides for the one time that we saw that them enter into a collision. And right there and then was a very pivotal point for Lando to make a stand that could have changed Max's perception of him and the way he was going to drive against him going forward. But Lando made a mistake. Lando took a stand and then he backed down from that stand. Lando then apologized when he said he didn't need to apologize. Lando then backed out of him saying Max needed to apologize and then saying Max didn't need to apologize. And then from there, we saw that Lando again became Max Verstappen's doorman. You will not, you cannot win, battle, compete against Max Verstappen without having a spine. If that's going to be Lando's mentality, unless he is clear and free of having to fight against Max, he will likely not be my favorite. So we'll see. So I guess we got a content creator just doing or asking some questions for the Racing Bulls now. It's not even, I don't even think he said V-Carb. I don't think is it even still Visa Cash App Red Bull? I don't even think that's it, right? I think they changed the name to Racing Bulls this season, which is just further doubling down on the fact that there's no way. There's no way I would have, yeah. Yeah, I'm not letting you put the Racing Bulls jacket over a McLaren shirt. That's just not happening. I do like it though. You know, Red Bull, I will give Red Bull this. Red Bull does often do different little things to, evidently, he had a shirt on that was not Racing Bulls. So, so right now, I think it's a 50. Is that 50%? So 50% say 4 to 7. So mid grade. 50% say it was cool. It was all right. 17% say 8 to 10, which tells us no, but very little of us think that it was the top. And 33% said 1 to 3. Not so great. All right. So we'll do that. You know what? Let's go ahead, since we got some time while this guy's talking. Let's go ahead and rate the steak livery. Saying steak makes me hungry, and I can't even eat really right now. Still trying to learn how to do that, but let's go. So 1 to 3. Let's go 4 to 7. And then we'll still do the same scale, 8 to 10. Rate steak. All right, because right now we're getting ready to do our next one, which is the Racing Bulls. I think a lot of us, I think a lot of us have something to say about the Yuki Tsunoda situation in regards to him being shafted, backdoored, and cheated out of the opportunity to have his chance to drive a Red Bull, an RB car. So let's see what this car is going to look like. Let's see what we got, y'all. Oh, yo, I ain't gonna lie. That is I can't even really get like I want to. That's fire. I think that's fire. I think that's the best livery we've seen so far. That livery's fire. Kind of makes me wonder what Red Bull's gonna do, but that livery's fire. We got to end this poll right here. 4 to 7 is what we got there again. We got to do the poll for the Racing Bulls. Yo, we're gonna do RB Junior. Yuki's funny. Yeah, this one is fire. Oh, the little bulls. The little bulls on it. Yo, this one is fire. Here y'all go. Rate this one. I ain't gonna lie. I'm between a 8 and 10 on this one myself. That car, that livery is fire. That livery is fire. That's nice. I think that's the best one so far. I think that's the best one so far. Oh my goodness, man. Let me make sure I don't hit this anymore. That is nice. That livery is nice. For sure. Look at that thing, y'all. That is fire. They did a good job, man. Let's keep it a buck. Yeah, I'm between an 8 and 10 on that myself. That's nice. Big Paul in the super chat. My brother, what's going on? What's up, fam? Hope everyone is well and having a great day. Smash the like button. Peace and love. Let's go. That's what I'm saying. Yo, that livery, that's nice. Okay, so we still got the Visa Cash App on there. I'm gonna let you all know this right now. For the season, I'm just calling them the Racing Bulls. I'm just calling them the Racing Bulls. So for sure, nice. I think right now we got somebody leading the livery battle right now. Racing Bulls now they're the first livery to get an 8 to 10 rating from you all. 8 to 10 rating. Racing Bulls right now is in the lead. For sure. I'm definitely not saying all that. Okay, so we're gonna get another performance. Evidently, we're gonna get another performance. So we'll see what's gonna happen from here. Um, this is gonna be interesting. All right, so here we go. Kane Brown is gonna perform. Okay, see. All right, now I'm a little concerned about this because we're coming 20 minutes to the hour. We've only seen 3 teams. Okay, we've seen Stake, we've seen Williams, and we've seen the Racing Bulls, and we're back in another musical. I'm a little concerned about that. That means technically, if you do the math, we're looking at we're looking at close to 2 hours for this event. Bit much for me. Bit much for me. So you all had Stake at a 4 to 7. All right, y'all had them at a 4 to 7. You all had Williams also at a 4 to 7, and then of course, Racing Bulls is the first team we had that got 8 to 10. All right, we got country music, so different, diverse genre. Not mad about it. Every music's not everybody's type, but I think it's cool to have an event. You know, if you're gonna do it, have some music. Some people can get into it. I think it's cool. I'm not mad at it. I mean, I don't like everybody's music, but I do like some music in almost every genre. But like I said, I think it's too much. I would have preferred not do the next musical act until 5 teams was done. At least half of the teams. If we're gonna do a musical act every 3 teams, we're in for a long day. And like I told you, I don't know if I can make the whole thing physically. So we will see. But yeah, right now we got country music going, and you know, yeah, that's it. That's all I got. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, especially country music. I got a little beef with country music genre right now, and the beef with country music genre is, and I'm not gonna even make this a catch all. I'm not gonna say everybody in country music. I'm not gonna say all country music fans, but the main administration or administrative people or people that speak for country music have pretty much disgusted me in the way that they act toward black people getting into country music. I don't know if you're aware, Beyonce made a country music song, evidently was good, was top ranked, people liked it, and they denied it to get a country music award. We had, who else did a country music song? Oh, we had that one song was done by that one artist. I forget what his name is, but he did a country music song that was the rodeo, and that song crossed so many lines and barriers. It was crazy. Not that it was my favorite song, but it was cool, and they wanted to deny that to get an award. It seemed very racial, and that's my beef with country music. And my big beef with them is this: country music steals a lot of music from other genres, especially R&B, and then takes them and then turns them into their country music sound and then acts like they made them. So yeah, I got a big beef with country music. You steal your music from a lot of R&B singers from way back in the day, even since the 50s and the 60s. And then you have the nerve to deny artists, black artists, for getting country music awards because they made a country song that was good. Not it. So right now we got Haas up, and I think like you would think the Stake would have been the least anticipated team. No, Haas is. Haas is an imposter of an American team, kind of like Elon Musk. He's an imposter and American, and just Haas is not great. I don't expect, but I will say this: Haas Haas had some moments last season that were kind of unexpected. Teaming up with Toyota now is another thing that's kind of beneficial for them. And the team principal, to me, has been making some things. Paul says, I'm pretty much all music except for country, laugh out loud, from rap to heavy metal. My music taste is all over the place, laugh out loud. How about Kendrick? Bro, Kendrick's Super Bowl was epic, brother. Was epic. It was epic. And I'm going to say this, Paul, while we're waiting on Haas, because Haas is, coming up, but I don't think a lot of us really care about Haas much. But Kendrick's Super Bowl performance was so much more than a musical performance. There were subliminal, there were messages in there were protests in there were things that were speaking to the country in there. Kendrick's Super Bowl performance was way more than just a Nas X. Thank you, Roxanne. That's who it was, Nas X. And Nas X is very controversial with some of the things he's done too, but he had that song, and that song was riding. And then OG Zilla says, I guess I'm too much of an old head, but I can't get with the new format for No, you're not. It is a bit, it is a bit, I'm not mad at you, OG Zilla, at all. I'm feeling you. So here's the Haas car. Haas, I think that when you all rate this one, this is likely going to be another 4 to 7. I think you all are going to pretty much agree this 4. I'm mad that they even got the Statue of Liberty in there. Haas, to me, is not the true American team at all. Matter of fact, Haas is what we would call matter of fact, it probably is fitting that they had the Statue of Liberty in there, because Haas is an imposter. The Statue of Liberty that now stands in New York City is an imposter. That's not the real Statue of Liberty. France initially sent over a Statue of Liberty that was shaped in form of a black woman to celebrate the emancipation of slavery. America, once they got that gift, they turned it down. They rejected it because it was a black woman, and they said they wanted a European woman's face, and they changed the Statue of Liberty. So maybe that is fitting for Haas, because it's definitely like that. I do like how they put it on the spin table, though. That's kind of cool. So now we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to let you all rate the Haas livery. Of course, we got Ollie Berman. We got, I was wrong. That's the second team, because we got Ollie Berman and Ocon. So Stake and Haas are the two teams with complete different driver lineups. So, yeah. All right. So we're going to go ahead and rate this one. So I'm putting the poll in the chat. Let me know what you think. All right, here you go. I'm going to put it up in here. And of course, I wish they would just give me 3 options off the bat. All right, there you all go. Let me see. The audience. Let me know what you all think about Haas. This is going to be an interesting team to watch for Ocon alone. We all know Ocon can be a bit of I hate to say this. I don't want it to sound negative, but it is. We know Ocon can be a bit of a menace, but I will tell you right now, one of the attributes I respect about Ocon is this: it doesn't matter who you are, he's going to race you hard. Period. I wish more drivers were like that, because what we have is a lot of drivers that race unnecessarily hard when they get around Lewis Hamilton trying to have their moment to shine. And then when they race Max Verstappen and somebody else, they're not doing much of anything. The black, let's just be real. Black, white, and red is a cheat code. Those color combinations are a cheat code. I'm still rating this 4 to 7. Nah, this is a 1 to 3 in my book, honestly. It's a 1 to 3. I'm not really moved at all by this, for sure. So I'm writing Haas down for myself. Well, actually, what you all rated them, because I'm gonna respond to these in a different video. But you all actually did rate them a 1 to 3. Majority, 47%, say 1 to 3. full 47% 1 to 3, 33% 4 to 7, and 20% 8 to 10. Yeah, I'm not anywhere near 8 to 10 on that at all. I mean, red, black, and white is a cheat code as far as color combinations. When doesn't red, black, and white look good together on anything? You could put red, black, and white on a damn guard gnome, and the guard gnome's going to look like a nice guard gnome. It's just one of those things. But they didn't do much at all with that. And they never really incorporate anything that has to do with America on that car until they come to Coda. So, yeah, they're definitely low on my scale. We got a tie between 1 to 3 and 4 to 7. I'm going to go with the 1 to 3. That hit first. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But for sure right now, the Racing Bulls are in the lead. So right now we got 4 cars and we're coming up on the hour. Oof. You already know this was a major controversial rival. If you haven't watched the Senna movie, I don't know what you're waiting on. The Senna movie was it's a series. I still call it a movie because, it could have been, but it's a series. The Senna series, absolutely nice. Absolutely awesome. They did a phenomenal job on it. They did if you didn't like Prost at all, or you didn't know him, you're not going to like him either anymore. I do like how they incorporated that there was a moment where Prost and Senna had some type of mutual ground that they reached. But for sure, that was an awesome piece that they did. I think it's on Netflix. I want to say it's on Netflix. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. Overview of the crowd right now. We're waiting for the next team to pop. It looks like it's going to be Alpine because it is going to be Alpine. That's pink. One of the other teams that I've already said do a pretty nice job livery. They usually run the pink, then they go back to their blue. Then they did the Deadpool. They did the Wolverine. They did the Indiana Jones. So right now, Alpine, as far as livery evolution through the season, is one of the top teams to do it. I'm hoping that it's just not going to be a musical thing before, like a full musical thing before we get to see the car. I'm hoping this is just going to be the intro music and we're going to see all that. Like, dude is really feeling it too. He's in it. I mean, he's in it, and then ain't even the punch, the beat ain't even dropped yet. He just all in it. Like the beat's already dropped in his head. He's super in it. I mean, look at him. He's feeling it. He's like, it's like, yeah. Like you could tell he be DJing all the rave parties. Bro be doing all the rave parties. He all in his bubble coat and all. Where's this car? There's still no car. Okay. Alpine right now, worst entry. Alpine right now, worst entry. This is boring. This is boring. We already had rock music with a little rap lyric in there. Cadence, I'll say. We had country music, and now we're getting this on the entry of us wanting to see the Alpine car. This is not good. Like, we're still in here and we still don't even have a car. We're still looking at a DJ. And I mean, he's going off, but this is not what we came to see. And this is a bit much for you bringing the car. And I've seen more of this turntable and this DJ setup than I've seen in the Alpine car because I haven't even seen it yet. Can we bring the car out? Please. I'm in pain right now. Like, I'm in pain right now. And I'm trying to manage my emotions and my physical reactions to this because I can't react like I want to. But I mean, what are we doing right now? What are we doing right now? This is absolutely way too much. This is where too much is little. Less is more. And more of this is just lessening like, I don't even really care what the car looks like right now. The car better be unbelievably awesome for me to kind of remove this, because I'm just going to go ahead. I can go ahead and start the poll and y'all can react as soon as y'all see the car, because sleepy emojis, throw them up in the chat if you feel that way, because I definitely feel that way. Okay, finally the car's coming out. Oh, I thought it was. I called it out the corner of my eye. It was just a screen. Still the DJ. I'm already rating this a 1 to 3, and I haven't even seen the car. I know that's unfair. I know that. I know that's not fair to do, but yeah, we still have not seen the car. We still haven't seen the car. We're watching the DJ. Still, we're still watching the DJ. This right here is not good. This is not good. This is poor management of time. Alpine made a bad decision, and this is probably Reynolds decided to do this. OG Zilla says, only thing I would be hyped for is if they play the Godfather soundtrack as Lewis. That would be dope. That would be dope. If they did that, that would be not only sinister, that indeed would be dope. Yeah, I mean, come on. What are we doing right here? We're having a full out rave party. The Alpine is throwing a full out rave party. This car better come out with glowing panels where it is just pink, blue, camouflage changing. This car better come out. Matter of fact, the car better be out on the stage right now, and we can't even see it because it has cloaking technology. That is the only thing that can save this. If right now we're looking at the car, we just can't see it because Alpine has managed to integrate cloaking technology on a Formula One car. Yeah, I'm lost. I'm not feeling it. This is a 1 to 3. This is going to be a 1 to 3 all day. I think this is going to be our heaviest 1 to 3 all day. Not at all. The excitement's gone. I'm not even excited. I'm just ready to see the next team. For sure. That's not going to be enough to overcome all of this other crap you just made us watch. I'm done on it. And I mean, the color combination is good, but I'm done on it. This is getting a 1 to 3 in my book. We've seen them mix the combination of colors up before. Yeah. Congratulations. You played yourself. A sick man is telling you played yourself. Color combination is awesome as it has always been with the pink and the blue. You're the only team out there to do it. I love it when they run all pink, especially in the month of October for breast cancer, because my grandmother is a breast cancer survivor. Very strong black woman that raised me and had a lot to deal with. But you have ruined your livery lunch. So Alpine, you played yourself. Definitely, I don't blame you all if you put a 1 to 3. And they got a stiff 1 to 3, 64%. 64%. All of that hype was more than what you brought to the stage. And anytime you have more hype than your actual bite, it's always going to be a negative. Negative. Jack Doan is going to get his opportunity in Formula One this coming up season. We have a lot of things to look forward to see about new drivers coming to the grid. Some officially coming to the grid, as we've seen some of them fill in spots, but now they have official seats. But that was I just caught that. I just caught a couple of people -100, -50. Oh my gosh, yeah, definitely 1 to 3. That was a waste. That was a waste. That's what they call a pump and dump. You know, in the stock market, my son does stock market. That's a pump and dump for sure. Yeah, that was not good. That wasn't good at all. I'm definitely gone on that one. Definitely. They lost me on that all day. Definitely. Uno says, let the Rocky theme be Ferrari's entry and Lewis. That could be the Italian stallion. That could be a good one too. You know what? Lewis's theme to come in should be Kendrick Lamar. Max Verstappen, not like us. I can't laugh, y'all. Let me stop. OG Zilla says, I just hope Aston changes it up a little bit. Aston is one of those teams where we're looking to see if they're going to change it up some for sure. They're one of the teams that I expect least to change it up, along with Red Bull. Been the same livery since the first season. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Aston Martin, I would like to see them incorporate more of that hyper yellow. I would like to see them do more of that. So sure. I'm with you. Yo, Bortoleto though. Oh, we're gonna see what he made of coming in here. Bortoleto, right now he that dog, you know. Oh, F1 Academy, big shout out to F1 Academy, us seeing them continue to grow, get more acknowledgement, getting more options as far as circuits of traveling with Formula One. I want to see them at more circuits with Formula One as a supporting series to get more eyeballs, to get more attention, more sponsors, more dollars in there to support these ladies in the sport of Formula series and eventually to Formula One. I firmly believe, and I'm not backing down off that, and I will debate anybody about it. If you were willing to give Logan Sargent an opportunity with us seeing what he was, what he is, and the little that he became, there's no way Jamie Chadwick should not have been given the opportunity while in the Williams garage to drive a Williams Formula One car. I'm out on that. I'm out on that. And again, it substantiates and proves the biasness of Formula One. It's crazy. So yeah, Alpine 1-3, Haas 1-3. Only team right now to get an 8-10 are the Racing Bulls, which that livery was. I want that 143 scale car. I want that car. It's a nice livery. All right, so now we're doing something with Pirelli. Pirelli is a tire vendor who surely was under fire when we were having a blunder of tire fails and degradation and premature failure, and Pirelli had to work it out. Oh, here we go. It's Aston Martin time, baby. Aston Martin time, 56% on Alpine. It is Aston Martin time. I'm going to go ahead and put the poll up so you all can hit it as soon as they come out. But it is Aston time, the one team that has a petulant child who nepotism gets you a seat. Let's see what they have to show for it. Because along with OG Zilla, I'm one of the people that feels like they're not going to do too much. Like I said, I would like to see them have more of that yellow come through, that hyper yellow come through the car. They're not. No, they're taking a James Bond type of approach. Oh, James Bond. I said it. They're taking a James Bond approach. All right, you take the James Bond approach. It's almost like it's almost like Alpine. You better have a fire livery if you're taking that approach. You better have a fire livery. If you're taking the James Bond music, I'm not accepting anything but fire. I'm waiting for them to have a black James Bond. I want to see a black James Bond. I'm just saying. All right, here we go, peeps. Now, they had their montage. Oh, they got the drivers coming on the helmets with the suits. Okay, I'm feeling you. All right, so we got the drivers already. We can do that. Now, let's see this car. We already know the driver pairing we have here. Grayscale, going with the grayscale LUT. All right, so this is a bit much now. I think we're going a little bit overboard right here. We're gonna see how this turns out, but it needs to be some fire coming really soon. Some of y'all are already rating it a 4 to 7 for 100%. What are y'all doing? We haven't even seen the livery yet. Oh my goodness. All right, I ain't gonna lie, that's clean. How they brought that through. That's kind of clean right there. Jessica Hawkins, which we don't ever really get to see her do much. Just more of a talking head and ambassador, which I wish she was doing more. But once you get somewhere in there, I got to see them still. I need to see them still stay around. So this progress can be slow, progress can be painful, progress can be grueling, and the progress for women getting into Formula One has been ultimately ridiculous. So eventually, we should have the whole F1 Academy thing. This should be a segue because of the cars that they should be able to come into the Formula Series and work their way up. Yeah, this is too much. All right, so Aston is making the same mistake Alpine made. Prolonged intro, a lot of montage. Drivers came out. Then we had the fake movie montage. Now we're having a symphony of, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. I was really playing about the symphony of music, but they really actually did it. I ain't saying the music don't sound good, but I'm not feeling this. I'm not feeling this. They just literally watched the team make this mistake, but I guess they already had it planned. No, this is done. I'm done on this. I'm absolutely out on this. I'm not saying I wouldn't listen to this song outside of this, but okay, at least the car's behind her. At least she's coming out with the car trailing. Okay, so there's the car. Nothing special. A little bit of more of the hyper yellow on the wheel covers and wheel, but oh, I like that song. I actually like that song. I know that song. Yo, I like the song, but this is not. It's not the place. This too much. So they doubled down. They doubled down on what Alpine did. Alpine gave us a rave party, a prolonged rave party. Finally got the car. They gave us a movie montage, bought in 007. Then went through that. Then we got the drivers surprisingly coming out through one of the other portals. Cool, with the helmets on. Great. Then they gave us another montage. Now they're giving us a concert. This is an example of Lawrence Stroll spending the money. If he had the money, I don't know what the budget is for this, but you can spend a lot of money bad. And this money was spent bad. You could have spent less money and had more of an impact. Absolutely like the song. I do. I don't want to hear it now. I don't. I just want to see this car. And I want to see a lot of it. Not horns, trumpets, violas, violins, whatever they have. My daughter plays the cello. I'm very supportive of the strings. We're going to get this full song. Not yet. The only thing that will make this worse is if after a movie montage of 007, surprise driver portal pop out, another montage of cartoonistic animation for the car, this concert is going to be if Lawrence Stroll gets on stage and has one of his Jerry Jones rants. That will make this worse. It could always get worse. And that will make this worse. I'm telling you right now. If that happens, I'm out on this. They're going to get a 1 to 3 from me. If it's already going to get a 1 to 3 because this is not. OG Zilla was absolutely right. OG Zilla was actually right. Aston, ass on that. Aston, complete ass on that. Well, I have to give it what you all rated. You all rated it a 4 to 7. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll give what I think on it on another video when we get all the pictures of the cars and we'll go through them. But y'all rated it 59%, rated it a 4 to 7. So, okay, I give you that. This is the livery is not much different at all. They didn't do much different, and to be a team that is on the radar right now. Let's just keep it a buck. Aston Martin is completely on the radar. Aston Martin will be inbound of having Honda power units. Aston Martin has acquired Adrian Newey. Aston Martin invested in state-of-the-art facilities. Aston Martin has Fernando Alonso. Aston Martin is on the radar, and we should be seeing something of all of these riches that they are collecting, components that they are gathering together. Aston Martin is on the radar to be doing some phenomenal things in the next 2 seasons. If that does not happen, for sure, Lawrence Stroll will be. Oh yeah, Idris Elba. That's what I'm talking about right there. Idris Elba. I just said we need a black James Bond. He needs to play the next James Bond. I don't even know if he's been in a movie where we've seen it, but for sure, that guy's definitely not a James Bond. I saw that black cat suit he was wearing at one time. It was kind of crazy. But yeah, they gotta do a lot of things. And also, we got that Formula One movie coming out. OG Zilla says, I mean, Aston has some really nice gunmetal colors on their. Yo, bro, do they not? Their gun metal colors are crazy. So we're getting a little bit of the Apex movie right here. How many of you all are actually in excitement to see this? OG Zilla, I'm with you on that. Are you going to see it? Are you going to go to IMAX to see this movie if it comes out IMAX format? I really want to see what's going on. That Lewis Hamilton involved in this. Crazy. He's been involved in so many things. Like his foot is in so many other things outside of Formula One. Like he's iconic for a wild reason and successful. I don't know how his team is doing, his racing team is doing in um 44, but we'll see. Also, I think a lot of us talking about this movie proving that if you all can use 2 extra garages for a fake Formula One team, there's no reason why another team can't join the grid. I ain't gonna lie, you all, it's starting to get pretty painful right now. For me, it is. And how many teams have we seen so far? We got 6, so we got 4 more teams. I'm really gonna try to make it through 4 more teams. I am. Paul says Aston Martin is very disappointing. It was very disappointing, Paul, for sure. Right, and then right now, I mean, they had. I'm not going to take points away from them bringing this up. I think some things could have been left out and brought this in, but they kind of had to definitely bring this in. This is going to be one of our most recent Formula One inspired movies. To And we want to see how much were they able to translate while having the ability to be on the ground during Formula One events. How much were they going to be able to actually translate into this movie where we're going to receive that, right? We watch Formula One season in and season out. How much of it is gonna be something to where we're gonna gravitate, we're gonna have some type of familiarity with it. We're going to have a connection with this movie. Or will this movie be one of the biggest filmed movies with a budget and so much actual access to the real sport and be a dud? Because that is highly possible. It's highly possible that this movie could be a dud. It could be, right? I think a lot of us have our top Formula One movie, and I think that's Rush for me, right? I think Rush for me is the top one. Basically again, around the basis of Nicky Lauda and James Hunt. Absolutely awesome movie. But we will see what this movie is going to be. I'm definitely going to watch it. I am a bit concerned about it, but we'll see what happens. So Aston Martin, 69% of y'all said yes. That's a very fair number in a lot of ways. 69 is one of my favorite numbers. 64, 63, Impala is my favorite car. And go to figure, I was very impressed when I knew Senna, his family, one of the cars was a 63 Impala. Go figure that. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's see what this is going to be. You know who this is. You know who this is. You already know. Let's see how they do. Russell, Antonelli, Valtteri come back. Let's see what Mercedes is going to look like. Since Lewis has left, has the black livery, is it no more? Now, they had an awesome split of livery last season. The silver mixed with black, one of the best. Even to me, better than the all black. I think the way they complemented each other with throwing some of that silver arrows in there with the black in there, phenomenal. The livery last season for Mercedes was an awesome one. So let's see what they're going to do this season. If they keep the same livery, good. We're not going to give them much points for doing something different. If they go back to silver, all silver, they're definitely going to get 1 to 3 from me. I don't know what they'll get from you. If they do something totally different with a lot of the Patronus blue, which is something we haven't seen them dominantly put in the car. We've seen the black, we've seen the silver. We haven't really seen a dominant Patronus blue Mercedes. Is that something that we can get this season? Dominant Patronus blue with a hint of the silver and then black exposed carbon. What are we going to do? Okay, right now, right off the back, it looks like we're seeing, is this the car? I like the intro music. I like the small montage. Mercedes may have again. Now, keep in mind, Mercedes has done a phenomenal job at their livery launches. Good timing, time frame, present of information. Here it is right here, the car. We got the mechanics because we know this is something that they definitely need to work on, right? Pit stop strategy is something they need to work on. Their pit stop crew are changing these tires. Maybe well, they practicing right now. They practicing at the livery launch. Maybe this is something that they practice on this season. They're trying to give us a hint, letting us know that we're going to see some sub 3, maybe 2-second pit stops. If so, I'm with that. Because they haven't been good at it. Now let's see this car. I like how they came out. Mercedes is doing a pretty good job for me right now. We're going to go ahead and put the poll in the chat, let you all start voting on that. Because right now it's looking good. Now I got to see what this car going to look like. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little concerned that it ain't gonna be much different, which is cool. It wasn't bad, but we want to see you take it to the next level. We want to see you elevate the dish, as they would say on cooking shows. There we go. I'm glad that the car coming out is a majority of what we're doing. There it is. It looks like same combo. I mean, you can't ever be mad when you see the blacked out, but looks like maybe a little bit different with that silver. But I'm still kind of 4 to 7 on that. We're gonna get to see it more up close in person. There it is. They're turning it sideways for us. Oh, definitely. They changed up the silver. They did change up the silver. They went more with a fade. They faded the silver out. Oh, the Mercedes. Are those a bunch of Mercedes emblems right there? Logo? Oh, yeah, that's clean. That's clean. I ain't gonna lie, that's clean. They faded the silver some. I'm still 4 to 7 on it, though. I'm still 4 to 7. The Racing Bulls so far is still the best livery so far. I'm 4 to 7 on it, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I need to see more of it. I might be 4 to 7, but they ain't changed much. But I do like how they faded the silver. Yeah, we'll see. I'm not mad if y'all 47% say 1 to 3. I'm not mad at a 1 to 3. I'm not mad at that at all. I still like I ain't gonna front. They faded that silver. That's different. I like all the Mercedes logos on it. That's nice. I think the broad strokes of the Patronus blue are a bit more thicker, more pronounced. They did fade some silver in there right there on the side of the nose as well. It's a 4 to 7 for me. Silver, it's a 4 to 7 for me. Where's the red? Where's the red star for Nikki? Where's the red star? I need to see where that is. So what are y'all rating it? What did y'all rate it? Y'all gave 1 to 3. I'm not mad at it. So Mercedes out. I wonder if they're safe. They got to be saving Ferrari for last. Ferrari's got to be. You know why? Because Lewis is the show. I would listen. It's either going to be Max Verstappen and Red Bull last because Max is the reigning champion right now. If Lewis Hamilton is last with Ferrari, it still shows you. I mean, Lewis Hamilton is the man regardless, but it still shows you that even Formula One know listen, you're the champion right now, reigning champion, but let's not get too carried away. We all know who brings the money. We all know who brings the show. We all know who most fans gravitate to. You don't even have the social media following he does, and you've been winning for the past 4 seasons. So, manufactured wins, of course. You got one solid one to me, but yeah, it's still going to say something. But of course, those two have to be last, interchangeable either way it goes. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, so right now we got 2, 4, 6. We got 3 more teams coming up. Got 3 more teams coming up. All right. So those 3 teams are, we got Ferrari, Red Bull, and then Ferrari, Red Bull. Who else? The Racing Bull, Red Bull, Haas, Alpine, Aston. Damn, the other team escapes me. Maybe because they don't do much. But we'll see. We shall see. We still got Ferrari. We got McLaren. We got McLaren. We haven't seen McLaren yet. So we got Chef Ramsey. That's my guy. Chef Ramsey is my guy. I like seeing Chef Ramsey, except for the team that he's with, Red Bull. He usually with Red Bull. Chef Ramsey is absolutely, to me, is shown to be an awesome person. I would like to meet him in person. I'm gonna go eat at one of his restaurants. I want like a good beef Wellington by him. And he's always a person of opportunity. Chef Ramsey's awesome. So we got McLaren, we got Ferrari, and we got Red Bull coming up. McLaren likely is going to be next. Chef Ramsey's all about cussing. Chef Ramsey's all about cussing, but I do completely understand where Formula One stand on that, especially during the press conferences. Not so much in-car radio. I don't want them penalizing the drivers so much in-car radio unless you say something racist, you say something sexist, you say something that is derogatory. But, F-bomb, the S-word, damn, ass, things like that in the car, we kind of got to understand that when you're in a condition where you're driving 200 miles an hour, cars close around you, pretty much your life is on the line in a sport that you love and you want to compete in. I think there's got to be some room there in car radio. And I think we pay for that. If you get Formula One TV, you're paying for that. You just got to do the best job you can on World TV for that. So we'll see how that goes. But when we're in press conferences, yeah, I think you got to be able to control that. I get a lot of people that used to come to my channel and, try to, Jay, you cuss too much. And guess what? Somebody made a very valid point one time, and when they made this point, I really took an ear to it, because what they said was that their kid liked watching my YouTube channel. Their kid, and I think their kid was like anywhere between 10 and 12, and they said, I actually like them watching your channel, but the cussing, if you could, I understand if you could kind of control it some. And you know what? I said, I'm going to do my best. Because when we're talking about kids, we kind of got to take a different standpoint. It can't always be about you. We're talking about a younger generation coming up. Do you want your kids just walking out in public cussing? No, I don't even want my kids walking out in public cussing. I cuss because, I'm a Navy man, and every now and then I'm very emotional about it. But I understand, hey, self-control it. So if I can do that and I'm not getting paid multi-millions of dollars, drivers should be able to control themselves a bit better in press conferences, during driver conferences, about their language. But in the car, I don't think we should be criticizing them much for that. Oh, here we go, Red Bull. So you already know what's up. Right. They're telling you who the man still is in Formula One. It's Lewis Hamilton. All right, Red Bull's going right now. They ain't even close to last. We still got McLaren and we got Ferrari. It's Lewis Hamilton. Now, this is probably going to be, okay, so y'all gave Mercedes, actually did get 1 to 3. Mercedes actually got a 1 to 3, so we're going to end that poll right there. It is time for Red Bull. The guy you don't want to see first at all, this right here could tank the livery launch on its own. It's Christian Karen Horner. That right there could tank this whole entire Red Bull launch right off the back. I don't think any of you all wanted to see him first. We're going to go ahead and There's booing in the crowd. There's booing in the crowd. There was some booing in the crowd about Max and his championship, yo. That's crazy. I heard boos in the crowd about Max and his championship. I don't know if you all heard it, but I heard some people were booing. Much like Trump gets booed when he goes to, events and cussed out. There was booing in the crowd. Well, general consensus tells you what they think. Yeah, this right here is already going to get a 1 to 3. What are we doing? Okay, so now we're going to get the montage. Now we're going to get the Red Bull montage after listening and looking at Christian Horner, which I'm pretty sure many people probably went to go grab something to eat, cook some popcorn, grab some pretzels, maybe even start cooking some fries, some frites. We already know Red Bull is phenomenal for their, outside bringing into kind of like their whole scripting and movie play. They do a good job with that. Oh, I always like to see somebody in their garage messing with their car. This is cool. I do like this. I do definitely like that. If you know me, I like that. You know what I'm into, and you know what I have, and the following I got for that. I like that, right? I like that. I'm not mad at that at all. I like that. That was cool. Oh man, I wish I could eat. I wish I could eat like that. All right, so what's next? Okay, now this ain't gonna lie, this is a bit long. Oh, airbag system. I got airbags. I like it. That's cool. Uh, I like that these look like actual enthusiasts that work with their car. I can't be mad at that. I can't be mad at actually incorporating people that actually work on their cars in the garage that are actually in the culture. I'm not mad at this part right here. And you got the NSX up there. Come on now. That's Senna all day. NSX all day, baby. Honda. All right. So this is still going on. This is a bit long though. Bit long. Um, I like the thought and I like the implementation, including people. Oh, I'm into some lowrider. That's my heritage. Like right there, I come from a lowrider background. I'm all in that like that. This is dope though. It's like it's too long, but I'm liking it because I'm such a car. I'm such a car head. I'm such a car head that I'm liking it. It's still too long, but I can't ever get 63 Impala. 63 Impala, I'm done. I'm done already. Like I can't even say nothing else. I'm just gonna wait for this to be all 3-wheel motion from the 79 Cutlass. Right there. 79 Cutlass. I had an 80 on switches. It's too long, but they got a lot of cars in here I like. Some cars close I had. One car that I'm hoping to get in my lifetime, which is a 63 Impala. And I am going to put hydraulics back on that. I'm going to hydraulics on that. Hydraulics on my 1980 Cutlass with a 403 block in it. So I like this. Still long. Drifting in it. The import car scene in it. So, all right. Still too long. Still too long. Now let's see what this livery is going to look like. 82% of y'all already said. Oh, they bought these people out with them too. Oh my gosh. This is a 1 to 3. I am. You did all of that, and this is great. Inclusion, including people. You need it because you need the PR. Are you telling me the junior team did a better job on their livery than Red Bull? This is that is whack. I'm a 1 to 3 on this all day. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed actually. And you already know I don't like Red Bull. I don't like Max. You know, I definitely know this, but it's over. That didn't that didn't last long. Yo, yo, did we not really get even to really even look at the Red Bull car because there's not much to look at? That's crazy. Yeah, they pretty much said that it ain't even much to look at. It's the same livery. That is funny. Yeah, 1 to 3 for me. Where are you all? 67. That's the lowest percentage of people we've had on this rating. That Red Bull livery. We're in Ferrari. Ferrari. I'm a little surprised that McLaren wasn't next. This maybe I missed something, but that's here we go. The moment a lot of you all been waiting for. I kind of think they did McLaren a disservice putting them last because after this, I wouldn't be surprised if ratings drop after this. You know, if ratings drop after the Ferrari launch, you kind of dropped. You definitely, if you didn't have Red Bull last, you definitely should have had Ferrari last. McLaren being last doesn't do anything for you unless they got some stupid big spectacle of a show. McLaren last is not going to do anything for you. Ferrari, once they see it, people are going to check out. I'm even willing to check out after this. I'm sitting here in pain. I'm sitting here trying to muscle through this, and cool, the drawing for Ferrari. I know Uno likes that. I know Uno's a big fan of the prancing horse. Uno even has a tattoo of the prancing horse. All right, so we're gonna see what this is gonna be. I ain't gonna lie, Ferrari's another team that doesn't do much with their livery. I know a lot of us want to see Ferrari with the yellow livery. If they come out with the yellow livery, hands down, they won it for the night. Hands down, their first. Racing Bulls junior team is second. Hands down. We would have to see what McLaren does, but if they come out with a yellow livery for the Ferrari, which I highly doubt it, that was dope. I like how they did that. That was dope. Here we go. We got their montage. And I'm giving them some room to run it out because they already started into the car. Of course, homage to Enzo. Respect that. Now, where are we going to see this? And this is pretty much what everybody's been waiting for, right? We've all been waiting for seeing the Ferrari, seeing Lewis Hamilton in Ferrari red officially, publicly with the team. I'm excited about this. Many of you are excited about this. I think Ferrari has dropped the ball on some of their livery launches. They had to shake down, but also told you all they ran it into the ground and kind of messed it up. There is the car out there already. Is the car out there already? I want to see the car. Let's see this car. If it's yellow, I'm telling you, hands down, it is a wrap. I don't think it's going to be yellow. I don't think they would do that. Oh, that's dope. That's dope with the car on the floor. That was clean. All right, now this right here is getting a little bit long in the tooth. Could have sped this montage up a bit, maybe took some of the generations out. This Ferrari's probably about to do it again, y'all. All right. Officially now they've reached a point where it's gone far, like the IPL and the illustrated breakdown of the car, and all of that's wonderful and nice, but it's overstaying its welcome at this point in time. That's cool. Car on the floor. We saw it. Great. Where's the car? Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is yeah, I don't know. This is a bit much, man. It's finally coming back out. There it is. The Ferrari is out here. About damn time. Took long enough. Took long enough, but finally it made it to the floor. There's the Ferrari, red, white with the HP. All right. Um that is what it is. I don't know. I'm a little I mean, you gotta rate it. You gotta rate it, so we're gonna rate it, but I ain't that I mean, I ain't impressed. I'm not impressed at all. I ain't gonna lie, it's a 1 to 3 for me. Only other thing that's gonna be great is Lewis Hamilton is coming out with his new team, and that's cool. And then that's awesome to see. So yeah, Ferrari walking out, Lewis Hamilton, Charles Leclerc, Fred Vasseur. That's cool, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little hey hey, the Leon son is out. I ain't mad at you, brother. Like after this, a lot of people gonna be checking out. They seen Lewis Hamilton, they checking out. Yeah, Ferrari didn't do great on that. All right, hey, the Leon son, big shout out. Matter of fact, brother, collected his prize. It's nice to see you in here, bro. The swag on stage is serious though with Lewis Hamilton though. The Ferrari car is getting a 1 to 3 from me. Y'all look like y'all are 1 to 3. I'm gonna give a little bit more time on the poll, but I think that's a 1 to 3 for me. Man. uh yeah, the crowd went absolutely crazy with Lewis Hamilton coming out. He's still the man, y'all. The Ferrari, I mean, the red is always going to be an iconic color in that car, and it looks good. The yellow, but as far as a livery, it's like, it's cool. I'm telling you, they always miss the opportunity to bring more of this yellow out. I understand the red and iconic with Ferrari, but let's not forget, there's been a yellow Ferrari. Like yellow is another one of those premier colors of Ferraris. Like if you don't see a red Ferrari, you see a yellow. Most people want canary yellow. They want the yellow. Very seldomly do you see black or white or any other color. If it's not the red, people want to see that yellow. It's a big thing. I mean, Gucci made a song Lemon, and he's got a yellow. I think he's got a yellow Ferrari in there. That I'm not a fan of how they incorporated the white with the HP. I know they probably did that to bring the HP out more because it's one of their big sponsors, but it's just I don't know. I'm disappointed with Ferrari. Although I didn't expect much, I'm still disappointed that they have. Maybe in the season we're going to see a yellow Ferrari. Lewis Hamilton, they can't stop cheering enough for Lewis, man. Lewis Hamilton is still the man. They are loud in there for Lewis Hamilton. He is the man. This crowd is rocking with Lewis Hamilton. It's not a game. Paul says, rest up, Jay. Peace and love. Smash the like button. Appreciate you, brother, man. Yeah, I'm about to get out of here after I gotta see it through. I'm this close. McLaren. After McLaren, I'm done. I think Lewis has a glow about himself. It's new. He's in a new place. He's with an iconic team. I think he feels he's with a better car, at least better than last season. We don't know what Mercedes has in store with this W16. We'll see. But right now, he's feeling good. And anytime you start something new, you should feel good. If you start something new and you don't feel good about it, it's kind of not a good place to be. You start something new, you want to feel good about new. You want to feel good about a new move you made. You want to feel good about the decision that you made. And if Lewis's body language would have said anything other than what we just saw, it tells us one or two things. Maybe there is some regret there to see in there, but we'll see what's going on. Speaking. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is me. This is me. I'm doing fine. Now we got to listen to Stefano. Okay, appreciate you. All right. Yes, my wife will pick up the medications. Appreciate you. Thank you. Sorry about that, y'all. So now we're listening to Stefano. So if listen, I might be loopy, might maybe in and out, but we didn't see McLaren, did we? We didn't see McLaren yet. Just tell me if I'm tripping, because I am medicated. Am I tripping? Or did we see McLaren and I missed that? Because I don't think we saw McLaren. Just let me know if I'm tripping in the live chat. Because like I said, I'm a little medicated. Could be wrong, but uh, I'm gonna save my review of the overall spectacle for another video. I won't be able to give that. Okay, so I'm not tripping. McLaren is coming. Yeah, because I'm not gonna make it. Like, I'm in a lot of pain right now, so I'm about to. We're about to see McLaren. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be hopping off here when McLaren comes. But McLaren is our last team. Ferrari just barely edged out. Ferrari just barely edged out a 4-7. Crazy. They had a 1-3 for the longest. It's a 1-3 in my book, but y'all rated a 4-7. So I'm gonna go ahead and respect that, and then I'll just give my commentary on it. We will collect all the liveries in a picture. We'll do another video, and then I'll give you what my rating is compared to your rating. We'll see if we're the same on that. So right now, oh, that's right. They did win the constructor championship, so that's why they'd be last. But I think Ferrari probably should have been last. But it's cool. Constructor championship is the most meaningful championship when it comes to a team. So I got no quarrel with McLaren being last for that reason. McLaren, historical team in Formula One, iconic team. Lewis was there. Several drivers are there. They've accomplished a lot last season, as well as not realizing that they were in the fight long after they were in the damn fight, which one of their errors, Lando Norris not having a much dog in him, was another one of their errors. Deploying team orders appropriately with a driver lineup like they have was another error. So they got a lot of things to clean up going into this next season. Uno says Ferrari should have put some yellow instead of white. I know, bro. They dropped the ball, brother. They dropped the ball, Uno. For sure they dropped the ball on that. That was unfortunate that they could have done something more there and they didn't. So we'll see what happens here. I'm gonna pay for this, bro. I'm gonna pay. I really wanted to be here so bad with you all during an iconic moment in Formula One, something that had never been done. I really didn't want to miss being here with y'all for this live, so it's a little bit rough for me, but I'm gonna pay for it later for sure. Definitely, pay for this later. I can feel it already. Appreciate you, Michael Dixon. Thank you, brother. All right, McLaren, let's see what you got. If this is the same papaya orange car with no flare in it, ooh, they got that thing out on stage. Oh, they got that lineup out there. Let's go, baby. I do like this. Are we going out with a bang from McLaren? If so, I am about that action. Constructor championship. Oh, I'm about this action. If this is how we going out, McLaren got the lineup out there, yo. Please, the MCL 39, please look like something beastly. If that camo is their livery, I'm with that. The camo, the livery with the camo was fire. If that's their livery, I'm giving that. If that camo's their livery for the season, I'm straight giving that a 8 to 10. Yo, that was nice. The lineup out there was solid. That was nice. Mm. Let's not make this too long because it's the last team. Like, let's get this done. Andrea get a tattoo. Yo, this is come on, man. This is going on too long. They starting to get a little long too. Starting to get a little long in the tooth too. This is something we could do on their own with their own. Uh he Stella just basically told us there ain't nothing different about this car. That's basically what he just told us in honor of their championship car. So we basically gonna boo. A little bit more exposed black though. Boo. Oh, that's cheesy, bro. They went out bad. McLaren went out bad. Oh, I'm putting this up. Poll in the chat, y'all. Poll in the chat for McLaren, yo. I'm putting this up, yo. That's a 1-3 for me, yo. That is a solid 1-3. That's a solid 1-3 for me. I'm disappointed. There are some things that you shouldn't want to carry on from last season, honestly. I mean, you got the Constructors Championship. Big kudos. I gotta put down what y'all put down, but I'm 1-3 on that. I'll see what you all are on that. Had to mention Lewis even with McLaren. Crazy work. Mercedes has to mention Lewis even with Mercedes. And soon we're gonna see if Ferrari if Lewis Hamilton wins a championship with Ferrari, that's GOAT cemented forever. For a very long time. Let's just say that. Decades. I'm out on that. Like 83% of y'all right now are 1-3. Please rate this livery. Please rate McLaren. This is the last team. I will gather all the images of the new liveries. I will do a post review of how I feel about the liveries in response to your scores on what you said of the liveries. It will not be today. It might not be tomorrow. We'll see. But it will happen. And I'm going to do a review on the overall event about what I think about that. We are coming up on 2 hours. 2 hours. Like I said, this is probably going to be a 2 hour event. We're 15, 13, 12 minutes outside of 2 hours. And it looks like 78% of you all are pretty much locked in 1-3. I'm disappointed with McLaren. They're one of the teams I credit for having more cachet in their liveries. And I thought that they would come out with something a bit different. They didn't. Ferrari, not expecting much from them, and they didn't disappoint on the lack of expectation. Red Bull, I did not save it for the review, but yeah, I'm not just. All right, y'all. That's that. Zach's thanking everybody. That's what we got right there. Big shout out to you all for pulling up for the event watch along with Wolfpack Performance. The only team to get an 8-10 today was the Racing Bulls. I'm just going to let you all know that. The only team to get an 8-10 today was the Racing Bulls, and I fully second that. I concur with that. But this event is over. That is the end. McLaren is the last constructor champions, and that's it. All right. So big shout out for you all pulling up for the watch along. I appreciate you much. We're going to see what's going to be in store for this Formula One season. There's going to be more stuff coming out before the season starts. We got testing. We got all types of things that we're going to get into. I should be back full form by then. A little bit lesser, not lesser of myself. Well, I am actually lesser of myself because I'm missing some things. But yeah, it's kind of crazy, but it is what it is. So good afternoon, good evening. Good morning if you are somewhere the sun is rising. If you are, the day is sun up on your face another day, and there's another opportunity for you to be a better version of yourself. Wolfpack Performance out. Big shout out to all my Wolfpack fam that showed out with all those purple badges, those green names. Those are true Wolfpack Performance family members. They come here, they stay here, they support here. See you all soon. Join the fam. See y'all in the Discord this weekend so we can talk about all this stuff, all right? All this stuff. I don't know if I would have paid that price for one of these tickets for sure. All right, we're out. Peace and love.